Hi traders, and sorry for a delay on this webinar. So today we have our next price action training school class, and that is brokers. Understand different types of brokers and which kind of brokers you should choose. So we will go step by step when we finish with this theory, because those are first steps, very first steps. We will, of course, continue to our main lessons about trading, concrete and solid methods of trading, and we will be focusing on making pips. At this point, it's very important that you understand basic principles, and this price action training school is aimed for newbie traders, for traders who are just entering the market. Of course, this basic stuff is made for them, but for experienced traders and for more experienced traders, guys, we will of course have uh, concrete trading systems and methods from price action training school starting in about 4 to 5 classes. You will learn a lot of things that you have never read and seen before. So just be patient and let's go step by step with the introduction, of course, to Forex market. And today is different types of brokers. So this is a price action training school revised. I have made a price action training school back in 2015, and now we have revised because some market conditions have changed, and we need, of course, to adapt to present market conditions. Price action training school, as always, price action trading, like Camarilla trading, offers 4 pillars. That is price action trading, market analysis, trading psychology, and risk management. All 4 pillars need to be in complete harmony in order for you to be constantly profitable. Okay, the next thing is the thing and the difference that differentiates the brokers. That is the main focus. I will be focusing on a clear stuff, and I won't be very long, guys. This is important. These all of those information are meant for you to digest easily and not to be very confused with a lot of info and theory crap. So what is a broker? Different types of brokers, which kind of brokers should suit you, and the difference between good and bad brokers. So for all of you guys, these are main things that you should be focused. Dealing desk, non-dealing desk, NDD-STP, and NDD-ECN. NDD is the abbreviation from non-dealing desk. So let's start with dealing desk, guys. Dealing desks are brokers who place and route their orders via dealing desk, okay? And that additional routing time usually delays order fills and may result in orders not being filled at all. Sometimes, and back in time when I started to trade, there was a bit of saying it said requote, and you couldn't get in a price that you wanted to. So in a fast moving market, you need to know dealing desk can ignore your order and cause every time your orders are placed that the price is an order is moving and your orders won't be filled. It will say requote, and your order is being ignored, okay, by dealing desk. And if you're unlucky or lucky to get a fill, then it will be at a bad price. So that was the worst thing, and that was the bad practice also between some brokers. Like when I started to trade for like 10 years ago, and it can easily cost you your profits. MetaTrader dealing desk brokers use usually instant execution, and it's basically instant only in its name, okay, but it's in reality it's basically a non-fill execution, okay. So according to the MetaTrader guide, if I remember correctly, the broker can ignore your orders, okay. And if the brokers accept the price, the order might then get executed, okay. Some of dealing desk brokers are called market makers, guys, okay. They are called market makers, and they literally create the market, and they can create artificial forex exchange rates for their clients. Some of you might be thinking that there is a conflict of interest, but there actually isn't a conflict of interest, because market makers will provide you with a both buy and sell quote, which implies that they are indifferent to the decision of the trader. So this is how dealing desk looks like, and basically when a trader places an order, it goes to trader platform, then through dealing desk, and it can be either a winning or losing trade. Winning trades are usually offset by matching with other clients or passed on to liquidity provider, while losing trades are counter traded by broker, thus becoming profits. Dealing desk brokers are, well, as I can say today, in today's markets, most of brokers are non-dealing desks. And we have, of course, the list of trusted brokers. I will show you that a little bit later. And it's important for you to know that everything you should do before placing money into the broker or with a broker requires your really thorough study and people who can you trust. So we can always recommend brokers to you guys, and of course we checked all brokers that we have on our website. So it's important for you to understand the principles of dealing desks, non-dealing desk, order execution, and definitely how orders are placed within your own platform. Okay, so those are dealing desk brokers. Now we can talk about the non-dealing desk, guys. Non-dealing desk is the short of non-dealing desk is NDD, and the broker will provide you with immediate access to the interbank market. Have in mind that you as a retail trader have a 24/5 access to the market, while interbank market is 24/7. So you cannot trade during the weekend. So it's from Monday till Friday. Basically for brokers who, and most of them are non-dealing desks, all those brokers deal with market liquidity providers. And when you trade through a non-dealing desks, instead of dealing with one liquidity provider, and a trader is dealing with numerous liquidity providers in order to get the most competitive and the best bid and ask prices. So if you trade with a non-dealing desk, you will always have an instant execution or instantly executed rates. Okay, as I mentioned in the dealing desk section, when you trade profitably, you make money off your forex broker, and your broker will profit from your losing trades or losses. So broker may decide to keep the order for itself if it's sure that the price is not going the way you predict. Fortunately, non-dealing desk brokers are dealing in a different way, in a sense that they are simply a bridge between a client and liquidity providers. You also need to know that all brokers have a spread, no matter if they keep your order to trade against your prediction or send it to the interbank market. Some brokers have fixed spreads, some have variable spreads, but it's important that NDD also brokers can either charge a very small commission for trading or just put up a small markup by increasing their spread lightly. But most of brokers are actually today non-dealing desk guys, and there are two methods of execution with non-dealing desks. Those are STP and ECN. Okay, so STP and ECN. Remember, guys, most of brokers today are STP, okay? But as I say, they can also be ECN. Okay. Now, this is important, guys. To forward the orders to the banks, the NDD or non-dealing desk brokers use so-called STP or straight-through processing system. And this is where the term STP broker comes from. So most brokers now have, at least if I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I think that I'm quite right with this, that most brokers today are actually STP, okay, straight through processing. And they have an STP system, but it doesn't mean that they will necessarily forward your order to interbank market, because forex brokers that have an STP system, they route the orders to their clients directly to their liquidity providers who have the access to interbank market. NDD STP brokers usually will have many liquidity providers, with each provider quoting its own bid and ask price. And it's a good thing, guys, because then you can always have the most competitive prices. So let's say that your NDD STP broker has 4 different liquidity providers. Okay. In their system, they will see all 4 different pairs of bid and ask quotes. And then their system will sort out these bid and ask quotes from best, okay, to worst. So the example that you will see is always, okay, the best prices for you, bid and ask. But okay, it's, of course, there is no free lunch. We all know that. So the broker will not just give you the best possible price without charging anything. So either the broker will charge a small commission, but most of the time it's actually called markup. Okay, so if the broker's policy is to add 1 pip markup, so you will see a little bit higher spread. So, or it doesn't need to be 1 pip, it can go 0 point something. Okay, so markup is something that always covered for brokers' costs. Okay, so it's important for you to understand these differences. Now, guys, ECN brokers. True ECN brokers, on the other hand, allow the orders of their clients to interact with orders of other participants in the ECN network. Participants are usually banks, retail traders, hedge funds, and even other brokers. So in essence, participant trades against each other by offering their best bid and ask prices. And it's a good thing also because when you trade via ECN, your order will instantly be matched with other counter order for the ECN. Because if you have an ECN broker, it will allow the client to see the depth of market. The depth of market will display where to buy and sell orders of other market participants are. It's a good thing, for example, because then you can base also your trades, your potential exits, and so on. You need to know, guys, that quoting and liquidity usually comes from the 10 biggest banks. Okay, it's very important. Liquidity and quoting usually will come from the 10 biggest banks. So this is important for you guys when to choose a broker. I will show you just a little bit later favorite brokers list, so you can and trusted brokers list. It's on our website, so you can always safely choose the broker. Now, it's important also, guys, to remember when choosing brokers, guys, regulation and licensing. Okay, guys, now let's go step by step through all of these things. Regulation and licensing. Why it's important? First thing, regulation. Check that brokers are fully registered with their relevant regulators, such as the NFA, CFTC in the US, and the FSA in the UK, or CISEC in the Cyprus. The first and the foremost characteristic of a good broker is they need to have a high level of security. After all, guys, you're not going to hand over your thousands of dollars to a thing or a person or a broker who simply claims he's right. Okay, so it doesn't go that way. So you need to check the background, and you need to have a list of trusted brokers. There are also regulatory agencies all over the world that separate the trustworthy broker from a fraudulent broker, and also, as I said, we have a list. Now, for example, in United States it's NFA and CFTC. In United Kingdom is FCA. In Australia is ASIC, ASIC. In Switzerland is SFBC. In Germany it's BaFin, BAFIN.
Then in France it's AMF. In Cyprus is CISEC. It's CYSEC. Okay, and basically those are regulation and licensing. Now for deposit and withdrawal mechanism, most forex brokers will allow you to deposit a small amount of money, like $200, $300, $400, $400, and it's a good thing because there are no limits how what the minimum should be, except if you go with ECN or STP, where the minimum can raise to 1,000. But it's okay, guys. On standard accounts, usually 200 euros or dollars is the minimum. On some ECN or STP accounts, 1,000 euros or dollars is the minimum. Now, guys, spreads are extremely important, guys. I really need to stress out how important the spreads are. For example, guys, if the spread is low, then you will be able, of course, to scalp a little bit more frequently. It's important, guys. For example, here you see I'm using now an example of Exit Trader, but I will show you also the list of other trusted brokers. The spread is extremely good here. And if you are a short-term trader, intraday trader, this is a very important factor. Also, if you are a long-term trader, it doesn't bug you that much, because for swing traders or longer-term traders, the spread is not that important. But again, it's very obvious that it's much easier to make some profits by trading with 1 pip spread than 3 or 4 pip spread. It's very, very important. Also, guys, most brokers now allow to from 130 to 1 to 500 leverage, provided that you have some conditions fulfilled before you apply to 1 to 500 leverage. So it's very, very important. Also, guys, for some pairs like GBP and GBP-CBC, definitely on some broker spreads are different. I always want to trade with the least possible spreads. I don't like to trade with big spreads, especially when I trade on intraday basis, and I trade a lot. Transaction costs, okay, you will always be subject to transactional costs. Every single time you enter a trade, you will have to pay for either the spread or a commission, guys, or for some, let's say it's either the spread or a commission, nothing else. And it's a natural way to look for the most affordable and cheapest rates. That is why I'm saying the spread is also important. Sometimes you might need to sacrifice low transaction for a more reliable broker. So you need to know if you need tight spreads for your type of trading, and you need to review all of your available options. It's all about finding the correct balance between security and low transaction costs. Reputation, also, guys, reputable forex brokers are something that you should be looking for. The competence of brokers when dealing with account of technical support issues are very important. There always should be a help desk to support for all of you what you're asking for, and brokers usually, guys, should be kind and helpful during the account opening process. But also, from personal experience, some brokers have really bad after sales support. So it's important that you unite everything, both the initial phase when you're opening the account. So you need to have a good support from your broker. Or if you open the account via us, via Elliott CurrenSea, we will always support you. You need to know that. And after sales support is something that usually broker usually needs to deal with. So customer service is extremely important. But fortunately for you guys, we have a list of trusted brokers where you can always look for. And if you need any help, we can always help you out. So these are trusted brokers. XM, you know that we did a good seminar in Slovenia with XM. Then we have OrbXM Trading, Libertex, Exit Trader, Markets.com, LCG, and LWEX. So guys, the list will constantly expand, update. Sometimes maybe we'll remove, but these brokers are trustworthy, and you can always choose from the list. Have in mind, guys, that for anything you need, if you need to open an account, just send us an email, and we will definitely help you out in choosing the best possible broker for you. Now, if you have any questions, guys, do not hesitate to ask me. If everything is clear, we can call it a day. I hope that everything is clear. That yeah, David is asking. Awesome, I need to learn this as well. They're all ECN. I know that most of them are ECN or STP, and it's important. For example, I know that a lot of European traders really like to trade with XM or AxiTrader. Asian traders like to go with M trading. So it's up to you guys. If you ask me, I would go personally because I also live in Europe. It's XM, AxiTrader. But as you see, you can always read a full review and then choose something that suits you well. For example, my brokers now are XM and AxiTrader, but all of them are trustworthy. If I lived in Asia, I would probably go with them trading. No, Peter, I don't trade with Admiral Markets anymore. We parted ways. I really wish the best to Admiral Markets, and I'm not with Admiral Markets any longer. So don't get me wrong, really, guys. Don't get me wrong. Admiral Markets is a good broker, a very good broker, and we don't deal with them anymore. It's just business, guys. It doesn't matter. For me, as a retail client, I can always be safe with Admiral Markets. In professional way, we are doing other things now, and those other things include full support. We stand behind everything we say. We have our ECLS live service. We have some visions that need to be fulfilled, and that is why we are now on our own, and we offer different things now. If you ask me personally, guys, as I already explained, I live in Europe and I travel all around, and my brokers now of choosing my personal are XM and AxiTrader. But you can choose from the list, of course, safely. You can choose safely and see the reviews, and maybe choose some other brokers out of the list. And if you have any doubts, guys, it's our list of brokers, right? Trusted brokers. Chris and I do it. So you just send us an email, and we will send you a reply which brokers suit you. Yes, yes. I mean, Peter, that is the answer. I'm not with Admiral Markets anymore. They have other traders there, other analysts. So I wish them really all the best from my heart, all the best. And yes, we are running ECS live now and Elite CurrenSea. So definitely, guys, you are in good hands. You need to know that, because whatever we do for ourselves, we want to do for you also. Yeah, IB days indeed. Maybe there will be other IB days in the future. Who knows? But really, guys, I have so many things to do now, and so many things to care for. It's really. I would like that I can clone myself out and make one copy of me, a mirror image. So I really I'm really fully into this. Yeah. And thank you, David. Really appreciate it. David is saying all the best on your endeavors. NKT always with you. Thank you, guys. And you really need to know, no matter, guys, where I am from, where I am currently living in, or where I travel, or what I do, I always will support you in your way for Forex trading. This is my life, and this is who I am. This will never change. Trust me. So you are in good hands always, guys. Thank you for your questions, for your comments. Go through our website. Any questions, guys, are welcome. Just ask us. We are not hiding. We are fully transparent, showing you everything, my FX book, everything. If you have anything to ask, if you have anything that is not clear, guys, just ask us and we will be helping you. Next Wednesday, we continue with Price Action Training School. For all of you who are experienced in trading, be patient. We have step-by-step learning process, and then when we get to the real systems, methods, indicators, I promise that you will be enjoying it. Cheers, guys, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Ildiko is asking, can you explain the special offer with the XM broker? Of course, Ildiko, we have a special order with XM. If you deposit at least 500 euros, at least, it's up to you how much you will deposit. But the minimum is 500 euros. You will get a free module. It will be my module, either Scalp Swing or London Open Advanced. But more of that you can also find on our website, because now this is not the right time just to explain special offers. Please, if you have any questions, just send us an email to info@elitecurrency.com, and we will provide you with a list what you will get if you make a deposit with a XM and so on. But at this point, guys, just focus on these things here. Focus on finding the best possible broker. Any questions, just send us an email. Ildiko, please send me an email and I will explain what you will get if you make a minimum of 500 euros deposit. You will have special bonuses. It's valid. It's a valid thing now, guys. And yes, with XM, you can always have some free special things if you sign up. But send us an email and we will reply. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon. Cheers and trade safe.